Well, hello there. It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are going to check out the energies around this new moon in Leo. So the new moon in Leo is really part of that Lionsgate portal, and I'll be putting up some special readings around that later this week. But for today, we're in the new moon in Leo, which is part of that Lionsgate portal, part of the energy of really being inspired. This is all about the sun, right? Leo is represented by the sun. It is the energy of opening up your heart, listening to what your heart truly desires, and then gaining the passion, the inspiration, the motivation, the energy to go towards it. And that is why it's really important for us to take a look at this new moon in Leo energy, because it does help us to gain that momentum that maybe if you've been feeling stuck for a while or not really sure which way to go, all of a sudden you're going to get that clarity, that inspiration. You're going to want to take action. So we're going to take a look at each of the 12 zodiac signs separately. We're going to start with the Leo and then go all the way around to Virgo. And the different different zodiacs are in the description box below. The timestamps are there. All right, Leo. I also wanted to mention you may want to watch your sun, moon, and rising signs to get a better picture of how you can really take advantage of this new moon in Leo energy. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and get started with you. So this new moon is actually occurring in your first house of identity. So our identity is the vision, the way that we kind of like put ourselves out there to the world, right? So you may be inspired to perhaps have a makeover, go get some new clothes, really new haircut, whatever. It's kind of like the energy of being inspired of how do I want others to perceive me, and understanding that our visual appearance does kind of send a signal to other people about how we feel about ourselves and what we want them to know about ourselves. It's also in your first house of legacy, kind of like that energy of how do you want people to remember you, right? So you could be kind of like even getting some inspiration about long term, how do you want people to perceive you? How do you want them to remember you? Okay, so let's take a look at what you have here. Yes, spider spirit, make your dreams real. Okay, Leo, you are really going to go after whatever it is that your heart truly desires. You know, if you notice, the spider is building this web. It's almost as if, the spider's legs are kind of like reaching out in different directions. I feel like there's almost this sense of understanding that perhaps you've been kind of like contained in one area of your life, maybe a little bit feeling confined. This is the energy of, wait a minute, am I showing up? Are people recognizing me for what it is that I want to be perceived as? Right? Or remembered as? Am I doing that in all sectors of my life? You may have been able to do that in one sector of your life, perhaps in your career, but you're also understanding, well, wait a minute, does that same kind of like identity that I take to work, does that apply in all areas of my life? Or do I need to fine tune the different ways that I show up in my family relationships, in my friend relationships, in my neighborhood? It's really kind of like understanding that we really do wear almost like different masks, different identities, depending on the situation that we're in. We always want to remain authentic to ourselves, right? But it is understanding that we do kind of play different roles depending on where we are, what sector we're pertaining to at one time. Wow, this is really kind of powerful. It kind of reminds me when I was a teacher. Like the way that I would go to school, the way that I may dress at school, right, would have a different tone to it than if I went out for dinner with some friends, right? And I'm not saying it was totally drastically different, right? But at the same time, when I showed up at school, I wanted to set a certain example or a sense of professionalism to the other faculty members, to the parents, and also to my students. Whereas when I go out to eat with some friends, I would have literally a different wardrobe, right? Because that would be more fun. I might show off my personality a little bit more. And I think that that's maybe what you're kind of looking at, really kind of interesting about how your different wardrobes or the ways that you show up in different sectors of your life. Are they authentic to you, right? Because we do want to be authentic. And also, are they kind of like showing the best light of who you are in that sector? Really, I feel like you're having some kind of a big upgrade. It's kind of like seeing yourself in a new, different way and understanding that you really may need to put a little bit more effort in how you show up in the different sectors of your life. Yeah, you have justice, harmony, solutions. Yeah, I think there is something about understanding, right? That the way that you show up in the different sectors sets kind of like the tone of how people will perceive you. Yeah, you have message in a bottle, and then you have the King of Pentacles. I like this. I think that for some of you, if you have been looking for a job, this may really and truly kind of, this is Libra energy, the justice energy. So I feel like if you've been looking for a job, there is good news coming in, okay? It is going to help you to achieve the financial success that you have been wanting. And if you have a job or a business of your own that you are kind of like good with, you don't want to make a change, there is something here about receiving good news about it or having some kind of a, upgrade in that area. But it's because I feel like you are evaluating, reassessing how you are showing up in your career sector, or how you are showing up on an interview, right? How you are showing up with your clients. There's almost this sense of, if I want more out of my career, I have to kind of like put a little bit more thought, perhaps maybe even a little bit more effort, because the new moon in Leo is all about taking action, right? Putting a little bit, maybe even more time and money into your appearance or how you are showing up. Even like, I don't know, I don't think people even send paper resumes anymore. But if you do, it's kind of like, the quality of the paper. It's really about, is every little aspect of this, especially in your career sector, is it a good reflection of who you are and how you want people to perceive you in the business world? Wow, powerful. Leo, please reflect on that, because I feel for some of you, if you make even a small effort, you are going to be paid back significantly. Great energy there. All right, Leo, and I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. There is a special new moon in Leo reading, so you may really enjoy that. All right, moving on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer, so this new moon is actually activating your second house of self-expression, self-confidence, the way that you work with other people. So let's see how the energies are playing out for you. You have Buffalo spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Yeah, and the second house is all about material goods. Okay, what you own and how you feel like that may reflect reflect who you are to other people. Really beautiful energy there, Cancer. So you also have the faith-centered energy, taking good care of yourself, taking really good care of the material things that you already have, okay? So it could be that, perhaps you're not really ready to buy a new car, but you're taking the car in and you're having it, making sure the service is all up to date. You're taking it and getting it detailed or something like that, right? The things that you do own, you're taking really good care of because you understand how they help you to reflect your true authentic self to other people, right? And then you have the sun. Cancer, you know, this is really kind of interesting because I put up your August reading the other day, and it really was a very profound reunion with people, right? And even if you're not wanting to necessarily reunion with people, there is this sense of happiness and joy coming towards you. And that second house is how we interact with other people. And so I feel like whether it's your material things or just the way that you're interacting with other people, it's about allowing yourself to really shine through, right? And making sure that the face that you are putting out to other people is authentic, but it's also the highest version of yourself. And the material things that you own, you're taking really good care of them because they are an indication of how we feel about ourselves. Cancer, this is beautiful energy. You know, I do personal readings, and the link is in the description box. If you're interested, I'd really be really honored to do a reading for you. And I have a special new moon in Leo reading. And I feel like for some of you, this is the energy of understanding that with this new moon in Leo, the second house is about, working with other people, really allowing yourself to step into that energy of seeing what you may need to allow yourself to let go of so that you can really step into this new moon in Leo energy, getting inspired, right? Dropping the burdens of something in the past to really take hold of something new that wants to come onto your path. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for being here. It's so great to see you, and I hope to see you again really soon. All right, let's move on to, Gemini. We're going to Gemini, and Gemini, this is activating, this new moon in Leo is activating your third house of communication. It's also about how you work with other people, your networking, how you communicate to other people. It can even have a lot to do with your siblings, your neighbors. This is really kind of like helping you to reassess your mindset about the people that you may come in contact with on a daily basis and how you communicate with them. So let's take a look. Let's see what is coming in for you. Wow. Okay. This is beautiful. All right. So Gemini, you may at this time be very anxious. Okay. So the Nine of Swords is this energy of anxiousness, of fear, of sleepless nights. So I'm sending you so much love and hugs. But here's the thing. This new moon in Leo is helping you to release this. Remember, there is only love and fear. And when we're in this energy, we're allowing our fears to kind of like override that loving side of ourselves, right? The fear is the ego. There's so many changes. There is this energy. You have so much new coming in onto your path. Lots of changes occurring, right? And you may not even see the changes in the 3D, but for some of you may just be feeling the energy of those changes, or perhaps you can get the essence that there are changes that are occurring that you can't control. And this is the energy that you may have around them. How can I protect myself, right? You're going into this kind of like, how can I protect myself? It's a little bit of turtle energy, And when we get into that energy of how can I protect myself, we get into the defensive, fearful mode, okay? Instead of the energy of, okay, here's a change coming. I'm going to embrace the change, and I'm going to approach the change in as loving of a way as I possibly can. Understanding that even if you're talking about an ending occurring here, that an ending brings a new beginning. It's not about allowing yourself to get too encumbered with the energy of fear of the changes that are occurring, right? Because I want you to know, look, you have a new path truly opening up for you. And you also have higher self, sacred intuition, right? This is the energy of allowing yourself to kind of get back into your heart space and say, okay, the changes are coming. And it's almost like saying, okay, The changes are coming. I'm fearful, but also allowing yourself to really speak to your spirit guides and angels. You know, connecting to that higher aspect of yourself and your guides, right? In order to allow yourself to move forward. This new moon in Leo is bringing in lots of new for you, right? Because look at, you have new life. And that is what your August reading was. And I'll link that at the end of this video, right? Your August reading was all about like, hold on, get ready, because there's a lot of new coming in. But with all of that new, we sometimes can get a little bit fearful. What does that mean? Will I be safe? Will I be able to embrace this new? Well, how is that going to change what I already have? What might I lose, right? As we're moving into something new. But here's your advice, Sandpiper Spirit. And it says, be playful. I also want to point out, it's the number 51. And 5 is all about understanding that these changes, 5 is about change. Okay, these changes are occurring so that you can get to 51. 5 plus 1 equals 6. 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords. 6 of Wands is acknowledgement, victory, right? And being recognized for all the work that you have done. 6 of Swords is moving on from turbulent times into more peaceful times. Gemini, embrace the changes that are coming. Sometimes it is that energy, and I know I'm a Gemini and the changes have been occurring in my life, right? And it's sometimes I just want to grip onto the old and say, wait a minute, I want to stay safe. I don't want to embrace something new. And yet at the same time, the universe is telling you it's okay, be playful. The new beginning is coming and it is going to be spectacular. It's about allowing yourself to move forward without trying to grip onto the past, right? Grip onto those things that make us feel safe and secure. Because when we stay in the energy of only wanting to be safe and secure, right, we can't experience a bigger, greater adventures and abundance. And that is what is coming in. I do want to kind of like clarify this for you because, you know, you've had for some time new love coming in, new career changes coming in, and yet, you have the Emperor. Yeah, oh my goodness. So you have the Emperor and the Empress here, okay? But you have the Devil energy. And this is the energy where, okay, Gemini, it's almost like maybe collectively, we all need to say, I embrace the new, because there is new that wants to come in, a new relationship, right? Whether it's a business partnership, a romantic partnership, a new good friend, somebody that's on the same wavelength as you. But here's the thing, it can't come in because you're holding onto the past. The Devil energy is those attachments that we have to staying safe and secure. And this is the energy of allow yourself to flow forward, right? That's all the universe is really asking you to do. It's to trust. Trust in the magic. Trust in yourself. Trust in your guides. Stay in your loving space and say, okay, I don't know where all this change is going. I don't know why it's happening. It doesn't matter. It's happening for you. It's happening to help you to move to something that is much more spectacular than what you have now. And it's time to allow this to come in. Yeah, this is coming in very quickly too. Wow. I mean, I have to admit, Gemini, I'm ready. I am ready. I am ready for something spectacular, right? Because I think for the Geminis that are drawn to this channel, we have been through so much, right? And it's the energy of understanding. This is coming in fast and furious, right? The thing is that it's the way that you react to it. That's part of the Devil energy. If you react to it that, no, I don't want that. You know, I want to stay safe and secure. Ooh, new love? No, that's kind of scary. I've had love before and it didn't work out. So I'm single and I'm good and I don't want anything new, right? Oh, a new job offer? No, that's okay. I've met my vesting here, right? I know what I'm doing. I know everybody here. I know how to work the copy machine, right? It's all those things. It's kind of like you're ready. You're ready for more. And so it's about allowing yourself to say, okay, universe, I'm ready. you know, and maybe it does mean that we have to take a deep breath and exhale and say, I am ready. I am truly ready for whatever is coming onto my path. And instead of resisting it, embrace it with a positive enthusiasm with this new moon in Leo, right? This is a spectacular week to embrace the new. So step into that energy. Allow yourself to embrace the new. Embrace whatever new is coming in, because it is going to be fabulous. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And I do have a special new moon in Leo reading up right now, so you may want to check it out. I'd be honored to do a reading for you. All right, Gemini, I'll see you later. Much love and light. Bye for now. Well, hello there, Taurus. How are you? It is so good to see you. All right, this new moon in Leo is going to be activating your 4th house. And your 4th house is all about your home. It's about the people in your home and, you know, how you want your home to be. It's really, you may be inspired to redecorate at this time, paint or buy new furniture. You may also be reassessing, like if you live with other people, like maybe even switching bedrooms around or something like that. Reassessing, how do we use the house, right? And is there some way that we could use the house in a much better, maybe efficient, productive way, a way where we would enjoy the house. So this is a powerful thing, because it really is your home base. It's you allowing yourself to take a look at your home and what changes you may want to make. Okay, this is beautiful because you have the 10 of Cups. Okay, this is happy family, happy home energy, right? Everything that you have been wanting. And one of the things is that I think for some time you may have felt like you were at the bottom of it says releasing difficulty up from the depths, right? Like you may have felt like that home right there that she's standing in looks more like a dungeon, right? It doesn't look homey. It doesn't look loving. She's there by herself. Coming up the steps from the depths and allowing yourself to step into this beautiful energy of love and really enjoying the environment of your home, as well as perhaps sharing who you share your home with, whether you live with other people or you invite friends over or family members over in order to enjoy your home more. Yeah, you have the turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. I think this has been a long coming for you, right? This has been, I know from talking to many of you in your comments, it's been a long time of feeling like you're alone. That, you know, things may have been getting better with the turtle spirit, but not as quickly as you want. And this new moon in Leo is giving you the insight, the clarity about where to take action in order to help bring in this 10 of Cups more quickly. Yeah, because you have the yang energy. This is divine masculine. This is about taking action. This is not about sitting back on your laurels. This is you getting inspired and saying, you know what? You know, for some of you, you may be saying, I want to sell this house. I'm going to move somewhere else, right? For others of you, you may be calling a contractor and saying, I want to remodel my house. For others of you, it may be just going and buying some new flowers for your yard or fresh flowers for inside your house. It'll be different for everyone, but it's about what will help you to truly step closer to what you want in your home environment, including the people that you live with. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. There is a special new moon in Leo reading, so you may want to enjoy that to see how you can best take this new moon in Leo energy to revamp your home and the people that you live with. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Much love and light. Bye for now. All right, let's move on to Aries. Okay, Aries, you are being activated in one of the best houses in the 5th house. This is play, pleasure, and romance. Okay, so this new moon in Leo is going to help you to get some clarity, some insight, even some epiphanies about, oh my gosh, this is incredible, about romance. Look at that. We have the healing heart, love, acceptance, romance, soulmates. There's a strong energy here where, this is really about play and pleasure, enjoying your life. But I think some of you are realizing that what you really want in your life is more romance, right? Someone that you can enjoy life with. And it is about, okay, so with new moons, it means that we have to lay down the burdens of something, right, in order to embrace something new, in order to make room for something new. So if there is anything that is still linking you to perhaps some past romantic connection or soulmate connection, it's time to release that, to say, yeah, I'm done with that. And I enthusiastically embrace the energy of new romance coming my way, right? If you're in a romantic connection already, this is also about you stepping into a deeper connection with that person. So it doesn't have to be somebody new, right? It can be the sense of, okay, I want to take action on creating a more romantic, passionate energy between the two of us. And it doesn't even have to be romantic. It can be friend, it can be with family members. This is a sense that you want deeper connections in your life. And for some of you, it does mean a romantic connection. You also have the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. And look at that, it's the number 2. Yes, this is like the 2 of cups, right? This is the energy of saying, yes, I really embrace opening my heart and allowing myself to become more deeply connected with another person, right? Whether that's romantic, family, friend, even coworkers. It's kind of like, okay, I want to take that deep dive. I want to have a deeper connection. All right, Aries, we are going to leave it there. Wow, I'm excited for you. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you, and there is a special new moon in Leo reading, so you may be interested in that. All right, I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now. Well, hello there, Pisces. How are you? It is so good to see you. Let's see. This new moon in Leo is activating your 6th house of daily habits and work. Okay, so this includes your career, especially short-term career. It's those things that you do on a daily basis that help you to stay healthy and be successful in your career if you're still working. It's also about how you keep your home. It's all those things that we do on a daily basis, those habits. Okay. Now, Pisces, I have a Pisces South node, and then I have a Virgo North node, right? And that Pisces energy, sometimes we can get into that daydreamy energy of just kind of like going with the flow. This new moon in Leo is going to help you to realize that if you allow yourself to take action, okay, into creating some new habits that will help you to be more productive, efficient, or healthier, right? It's about being inspired, getting that clarity, being inspired, and then creating some type of system that will help you to incorporate those habits into your daily life. Yeah, you have the Hermit energy here, and yes, you have the wisdom of the Magi, okay? So both of these are about going within, kind of like listening to your intuition. Has there been something that you have kind of like been thinking about for some time? Maybe it has something to do with your health, and you keep saying, yeah, I need to make a change. I need to start exercising, or perhaps you haven't been to the doctor in a while. I need to make that appointment. Any of those types of things. This new moon in Leo is going to give you that clarity, right? To say, yes, this is something that will help me to be my in my highest version of myself. It could also have to do with work. Perhaps you put emails off to the end of the day, and now you're going to put in a habit of checking emails first thing, midday, and then at the end of the day, right? So that they're not just all saved for the end of the day, and then you just blow them off or whatever. It's just really and truly taking a look at this, because here you have hummingbird spirit. Be here, It says be here now, right? Being really present. The hummingbirds, and there's so many hummingbirds in my yard. I love them. But they flit. They never stay anywhere very long. And it is about understanding that maybe you've been flitting a little bit too much, letting some things slide. This is the energy of really stepping into what new habit could I put into place? Just one. What new habit could I put into place and really commit to that would maybe make some drastic change in my life? Because you have the regeneration card, right? This is the energy of the death card, but it's also the Phoenix Rising card. Understanding that when we allow ourselves, especially if there's a bad habit that you have, that you've been kind of like, I really need to work on that. This is the energy of understanding that that bad habit is holding you back from something big that you would like to have come into fruition for you. So it's taking those steps, right? It's getting that clarity. This new moon in Leo is going to give you the clarity of a big step, a new habit that you could start, or a habit that you could use to replace a bad habit that you have now in order to really step better into your highest version and to better manifest what it is that your heart desires. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light. I do personal readings, and the link is in the description box below. So if you'd be interested, I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, much love and light to you. Bye for now. Okay, Aquarius. All right, so this new moon in Leo is activating your 7th house. So your 7th house is about partnerships, right? These can be business partnerships, romantic partnerships, any people, or even kind of like sometimes institutions where you're sharing things. Okay, you're partnering up in some way. Yeah. So okay, so the first thing that we have here is round and round. I think this new moon in Leo is going to help you to break some cycle, mindset, behavior, some pattern that you are seeing in some type of relationship or partnership that you have, right? You're going to understand something's going to trigger you to understand how something has to be broken here. A change needs to be made, and there is an action that you are going to be inspired to take. Yeah, you have crow spirit, co-create with spirit. All right, so part of this, Aquarius, could be that you resist, let's put it that way, really working with spirit in order to co-create something, a business that you are wanting, or a new partnership, a new romantic partner, anything. It's kind of like allowing yourself to work with spirit. I think that there's something here where you're kind of like trying to do something on your own. You're an air sign, and I'm an air sign. I'm a Gemini, right? So sometimes we can get up in our heads and think that we know the solution to the problem, how to move forward. This is really about asking your spirit guides and angels, about allowing yourself to get help from the spirit realm, because look at this. You have currents of emotion and the star. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are kind of at this time having some difficult emotions coming up. And this is really kind of like allowing those emotions, like releasing them to your spirit guides and angels and saying, yeah, I'm ready to break this. I'm ready to get over this emotional, this could be a partnership that ended that you're missing, right? Or it could be feeling like you want a partner in your life and you don't have one, and then being kind of concerned about, am I going to be by myself for the rest of my life? That type of energy. There's some sadness here. So let's clarify this and see what we have here. Yeah, you have great healing. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like you have had somebody in the past that has betrayed you. And it does not have to be romantic. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. It could even be somebody in business. But here's the thing. You're at the end of that cycle. You've done a lot of healing work with the 4 of Swords here. But with the Death card, it's almost like in this new moon in Leo, you are really and truly saying, I'm over that, right? Like, making the decision and saying, I'm over that. It's done, right? And it's almost like you're having this talk with yourself. I always think of that movie, Love Actually, and I can't remember the character's name or anything, but he has a crush, let's say, on his best friend's wife. And he realizes that it's holding him back because it's a woman he can't have, especially because it's his best friend's wife, right? So he kind of like gets to this point where he realizes he's not like dating anybody else. He only obsesses about her and, you know, this whole thing. And he's kind of like, I can't have love. He comes to the point where he realizes I can't have love in my life if I'm constantly obsessing about her and the fact that I can't have her. And he literally goes and he says goodbye to her. He closes it out. And when he walks away, he says to himself, enough, right? And this is the energy where I feel like you are saying enough. I've thought about that situation. I put a lot of time and healing into that situation. I'm done, right? Because with the new moon in Leo, you're understanding you'll have a lot to offer. The page of the Ace of Pentacles is also about learning something new about yourself, gaining new insight and wisdom about that situation and understanding that it really wasn't the best situation for you. So it's almost like you're stepping into this energy of saying, yeah, if I want something new in my life, I have to allow myself to say no to that, right? And allow myself to manifest something that is more in alignment with what my heart wants. Right? Somebody that cherishes me, somebody that sees me for who I really am, somebody that's not trying to change me, somebody that loves the way that I am already, right? This is the energy of loving yourself enough to say, yeah, I'm done with that situation and I'm turning my positive enthusiasm towards meeting somebody new or creating a new partnership with somebody new. This is the energy of somebody new. This is not the energy of reuniting with somebody from the past or kissing and making up with somebody. This is, no, I am closing that out and I am allowing myself to go towards something that is better for me. I love this. I'm getting kind of like all fired up for you. This new moon in Leo will give you that clarity. It'll also give you the inspiration and the motivation to move towards what your heart truly desires and truly deserves. And this past situation was not it. All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And I do have a special new moon in Leo reading up, so you may be interested in that. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Much love and light. Bye for now. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what is going on for you. So this new moon in Leo is activating your 8th house of shared resources. It's also about debt, taxes, inheritance, sexuality, secrets, all of that. It's kind of like the house of taboos, right? we don't talk about, you know, our debt, our taxes, our sexuality sometimes when we go to like a cocktail party, right? It's kind of like allowing yourself to really kind of see what the secrets are, okay? And since you are very much a sign that is very careful with your money, very concerned about your money, may sometimes reserved with your money, okay? This new moon in Leo is going to help you to see what might be holding you back, right? So that you can increase your energy around, you know, your savings, inheritance, you know, expansion, and especially with shared resources, whether that is with another person or an institution such as a bank. Okay, so let's see. I'm very excited because look at what you have here. You have Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the tides are turning in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune is, you know, literally destiny. Okay, destiny. So with the new moon in Leo, this is helping you to find clarity, inspiration, motivation to take action on something in your with your money. I think this is really about your money. The Wheel of Fortune is more about money. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, tapping the forces within, sensitivity and strength. I like this. I think you've been overthinking a situation. The new moon in Leo is not about thinking, okay, or planning. The new moon in Leo is taking action. And for some of you, maybe you have not created a will yet, or you've been thinking maybe you need to redo your will, right? Or maybe you've been thinking about putting your money in some different institutions, right? Or reinvesting where your money is, something like that. Because you have the skunk spirit and it says, know your worth. I think for some of you, you may feel as if you're not getting enough return. There's almost a sense of not getting enough return on your money. And kind of like reassessing what it is that you want. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, so we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is kind of like institutions, traditions. I think what you're seeing is that it's time for something new. There's, we have the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups. I think for some of you, you may have been following somewhat of a more traditional path with your money, investments or mortgages, loans of any kind. You've had maybe a very traditional viewpoint, and all of a sudden I think that maybe you're getting inspired to perhaps talk to a new financial advisor about what they would want to do with investing your money. Or maybe you're taking a course about investing your money, or how to better budget. There's something here where I think you're kind of like reassessing, especially your finances, or loan agreements, credit card debt, whatever it is. It's kind of like you're getting a better, clearer picture, and you're understanding, I may not want to just follow this old path that I've had. Maybe it is time to spice it up. This is the energy of spicing up your investments or whatever. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. But this is the energy where I think you're taking action, especially if you've been thinking about it for a while, right? But you haven't actually called your financial advisor, or called somebody, or written an email, right? Or done some real research, right? Making some changes. I think this is you saying, yeah, I see clearly now. There's something that can help me to bring better balance into my life. And I do. I feel like you're walking away. You're getting inspired. It's time to go in a new direction. For some of you, you may feel like, why am I saving so much money, right? You may actually have a flip where you have been like saving a lot of money, right? And all of a sudden you're like, why am I saving all this money? It's time to go out there and have some fun. So I love this energy for you, Capricorn. All right, I am going to leave it there. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And I do have a new moon in Leo reading, so that if you're interested, you may want to try that out. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, let's leave it there. I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now. All right, Sagittarius, this new moon in Leo is activating your ninth house. So ninth house is a great house. It's higher education. It's traveling. It's kind of like the energy of broadening your horizons. And Sagittarius, you love to travel. You love adventure. So this is a great house for you. All right, so let's see what we have here. Yeah, okay. There's something I think about going home, okay? And literally, for some of you, it could be going back to your homeland, traveling to your homeland. You have the ancestors here, okay? Historical connections and purposes, and community. There's something here about reconnecting, taking action on reconnecting, perhaps to your ancestral line in one way or another, right? So, my ancestors, at least on my mother's side, came from Ireland. That an example would be like I decide to book a trip to Ireland to go back and to visit, where my ancestors came from. It's that type of energy. It could also be assessing how your cultural background, how you may have become disconnected from it and maybe are wanting to reconnect to your cultural background, right? So you might be doing some research, maybe even learning the language a little bit, experimenting with some of the foods, even if you're not traveling there. It's really interesting because I feel like there's something that you're gaining. You're gaining a new perspective of who you are and why some things may be important to you. Yeah, you have flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. If some of you have felt stuck for a while, this might be just like a fun hobby type thing that you do for yourself, because there's something that I think you're gaining out of kind of like doing a little research or kind of like embracing your ancestral or cultural lineage. And allowing yourself to experiment helps you to kind of like reconnect to who you really are, and helps you to gain perspective about, especially if you feel like you've been disconnected from some family members, especially because of cultural differences or something. Just kind of like understanding them better helps you to connect to them better. And this is truly going to play out. And I feel like it's going to really play out big in your birthday season, which is not too far off. There's something that starts now that plays out really big in Sagittarius season. So yeah, I would definitely spend a little time. I'm getting kind of like tingly about that. That is really, there's something powerful there. Yeah. If you'd like to share what you think it is, I'd love to hear it in the comments. That's a great energy there. Very powerful. All right, Sag, I am going to leave it there. It's so lovely to see you. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. And I do have a special new moon and Leo reading, so if this has enticed you at all to want to learn more, that might be a good choice for you. All right, I am going to hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now. Well, hello there, Scorpio. How are you? It is so good to see you. So let's take a look. This new moon in Leo is happening in your 10th house. And your 10th house is kind of like your legacy. How you want to be remembered. It can have a lot to do with your career, right? So it's kind of like a reassessment, a re-inspiration of how you want to be remembered, what you want to leave behind. So what do we have here? We have wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings, and it's the number 64. 6 plus 4 equals 10. So is the energy of that you are at the end of a difficult cycle. And I'm going to say, I think this may have something to do with your home or your home life or even family members, okay? And it says, no place like home. So I feel like there's something here that you're kind of ending. And, there's a sense of feeling like you're ending a cycle where perhaps people didn't appreciate you or cherish you or accept you for who you are. Yeah, you're really kind of stepping into this energy of showing up what is really important to you, especially in your connections with family members. I feel like there's something here where you have the the Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's something here. Yeah, you have the 6 of Cups here. There could have been somebody that you were dealing with, or you could have shown up in this energy of kind of like, I want to win at all costs, right? It's kind of like you may have felt like somebody was trying to manipulate you into doing something their way, or maybe you actually kind of like could have done that to somebody else. And I'm not saying that you did, but maybe you even did it because there were so many games. This is the energy of there were so many games being played, right? That you may have fallen into playing the games too, because you felt like it was the only way you could come out of the situation without losing a lot, right? So I feel like there's is the energy of turning it around. Instead of all this swords energy, right? It's kind of like, okay, let's turn it around. Let's do it in a loving way. And I love this because, yes, you have the Ace of Cups here, and then you have the Archangel Raziel, Wisdom, Inspiration, and the Ashaka Records. Yeah, it's kind of like, I think with this new moon in Leo, you're being activated to move forward in a very loving way and to see things in this situation, whatever this is, in a more loving way. Interesting, because I feel like maybe you're getting a different perspective as somebody that maybe you've had difficult feelings about or have been in conflict with. I think you're going to see them in a different light when you allow yourself to be the one that maybe offers the cup of love first, right? And it doesn't mean that you actually have to offer love. It's just kind of like coming from a more loving point of view, softening your words, allowing yourself to express yourself in your emotionally, but at the same time, very calmly, very peacefully. Yeah, it kind of like changes this. I think that there may have been a little bit of a sting here, but understanding that in the end, you want this person in your life. It's kind of like understanding, okay, can we have this come back together? This is important to you, whatever this is. Yeah, it could have to do in your career sector too. You could have had some conflict with a boss or a coworker and kind of like having a new approach. I think that's the thing. It's a new approach. I used to have a principal, I'm a retired teacher, and she always used to say, kill them with kindness, right? When you got one of those emails from a parent, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they said those. She would say, write him back and kill him with kindness. And that's a little bit of energy here of just kind of like trying to sweeten the deal a little bit. Yeah. All right, so Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you much love and light. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, so let's move on, and we're going to take a look at Libra. So this new moon is activating your 11th house. This is of, relationships, people, friends, getting out there, getting about. So let's see what we have here. Yeah. All right. You have clean it up. And I'm going to say, you have a little bit of energy of maybe being a homebody or something like that. Trying to stay safe and secure. That's a little bit holding on to your money, being a little miserly perhaps. But it's time to clean something up. It could be time to clean your house. You could be kind of like getting this energy. I need to clean my house, or I need to decorate it so I can have friends over, right? It's also the energy of cleaning out mindsets, perhaps, trying to keep yourself really safe. There is a little bit here about not sharing too much of yourself, like you haven't been wanting to be vulnerable. You see how she's kind of like holding on to her home there, right? It's kind of like, okay, I just want to hold on so that I'm safe and secure. But here's the thing. You have the prophets and ancient seers, decisions, predictive guidance. I think you're getting some clarity about how perhaps if you allow yourself to get into this more playful energy where you allow yourself to believe in yourself. It says believe in yourself, right? And squirrels are very social. Squirrels are also very playful. It's like, yes, okay, all I'm going to do is allow myself to let my hair down. That's what they're saying. Let your hair down a little bit, right? Don't allow yourself to get, I feel like for some of you, you're holding on so tightly to try to stay safe in some type of financial situation or your home, your job, whatever. But sometimes when we get so serious like that, it's hard for us to connect to other people because we always guarded. This is the energy of believe in yourself, believe in other people, get into an energy of being enthusiastic. Libra, everybody loves you, right? So it's kind of like, okay, I'm just going to get out there a little bit and allow myself to kind of like let loose just a little bit, okay? You don't have to go to the extreme. It's about allowing yourself to just have a little bit of fun. I love this energy. Maybe you've been working too hard, Libra. Maybe this is the energy of just allowing yourself to have some fun. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings, Libra, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. And I do have a special new moon in Leo reading right now, so you may want to check that out. I'd be honored to do a reading for you. Okay, much love and light. See you later. Bye-bye. All right, and now Virgo. This is the new moon in Leo is going to be activating your 12th house of spirituality, mystic insights. It can be a lot to do about your dreams. Yeah, you have a brown bear spirit. Take time out. I feel like, you know, the new moon in Leo is really about taking action. The energy I'm getting here with you is about really allowing yourself to kind of like clear your head so that you can get better clarity about where it is that you want to go. You have the Three of Wands. This is expansion. I feel like you're holding yourself back sometimes. Yeah, you have confusion, okay? You're almost like confusing yourself. It's almost like clear your head, like literally clear your head. Like, you know, excuse me, you can take a big piece of paper and just sit there and just, you know, they call it a brain dump. You just put everything you're thinking about on the piece of paper. Like literally clear your head, you know. Oh, I have to buy carrots. I need it, you know. I have to clean the bathroom, you know. I need new tires, you know. Whatever it is, just like do a brain dump and just put it down on a piece of paper. It's almost like you're trying to hold on to too much in your head so that it's kind of like you're confusing yourself. What is the most important? So dump all of the things that you think you need to do, or you know, if you're working on a big project, all the tasks that you may still need to do in order to get this done. Dump it all onto the piece of paper, and then really and truly take your pencil or a marker or something and cross off the things that really don't matter, right? Like if they really didn't get done, it really wouldn't matter. And then maybe prioritize everything else that's left on the piece of paper. Is there any of that you can delegate to somebody else, right? Is there, you know, it's kind of like when you're running errands and you consolidate all of your errands so that you only go out for 3 hours and, you know, you go to all the stores and you have your list and you're all organized. It's almost that energy of allowing yourself to not hold it up in your head. It's like, get it down on a piece of paper. And you do have this energy. It's time to take a nap. It's time to take a break. It's almost like you're creating chaos in your life because you're trying to hold it up in your head. I'm the same way. I'm a Gemini, right? And sometimes I think, oh, I can remember. I can go to the grocery store and remember everything. And then of course I don't. And this is the energy of allowing yourself. Sometimes when we write it down on paper too, it helps us to realize it wouldn't really take me that long to finish this. But when it's up in our head and we're ruminating about it, right? We don't have the energy to actually take action on it. Let's see what we have here about this nap. Yeah, there's something there's a disappointment that you're having a hard time moving on from. It's about having the strength and the courage to see how far you have come, to see how much you have been able to create independence, financial stability. There's almost this sense where I feel like you're concentrating on what you don't have or what you have not yet accomplished. And therefore you're stuck, right? This is the energy of, wait a minute, let me go back and write down on a piece of paper everything that you have accomplished. Go back to when you were, won and learned how to walk. Write it all down. Allow yourself to kind of celebrate, because I think that there's a disappointment. Something's going on in your life that's not working out the way that you wanted to, and you're kind of ruminating on that. And instead, there is this new path that is ready to open up for you. It's about having the courage to understand just how strong you are, where you are at this time, that helps you to move forward into calmer waters, into more peaceful times, into an energy of success. I really love this. In fact, I think I'm going to go, I have a Virgo North Node. I think I'm going to go do that, because I think in a way you're just kind of like trying to defend why you feel disappointed, right? Instead of saying, okay, yeah, I'm disappointed. Something isn't working out the way I want it to, but let me write down everything that has worked. Let me write down everything I think I can do moving forward, or the tasks that I still have left to do, and then focus on that instead of focusing on why it's not. Yeah, this is a decision of deciding that you are good at what you do. It's kind of like you stepping into your power and saying, yeah, I'm good at what I do. Okay, this maybe isn't working out the way I wanted to, but look at this, 6 of Wands. Being, finding that inspiration, that courage, that motivation to move forward in a very powerful way. Wow, I love that, Virgo. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you much love and light. And I do do personal readings, Virgo. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, much love and light. Bye for now.